towns have similar rules. In West Suburban Cicero, the mask directive starts at midnight.
All grocery store employees must be wearing masks at all times, and anybody entering the grocery stores must have some type of face shield on also in order to enter the store.
Good morning, y'all. I'm just out here. Want to say what's up and good morning to the world. What's up, little baby? What you doing?
In Cicero, a resident can be ticketed, businesses can be shut down. They are not expecting to issue tickets here in Skokie. There's also a mask requirement in Glenview, and Governor Pritzker says he's considering it, but he has not issued a statewide directive. Joni Lum, Fox 32 News.
So I'm just out here. I'm just sharing some information and whatnot, checking in on everybody, seeing how everybody's holding up. So yeah, I'm not gonna really wait for anybody to get in on this. Anybody can play it back if they like. So first and foremost, everybody qualifies for the IRS stimulus. Everybody, if you have a Social Security number, you qualify for it. They have a button that says get payment for you to update your info, and they have a button for non-filers. If you've never filed, if you're homeless, if you just didn't file in the past 2 years, if somebody else filed you and you want to make sure to get your own money, all that kind of stuff. So obviously that website is going to be irs.gov. Again, the full link directly to where you click those links is going to be in that blog post I was talking about. You want to do that first and foremost because that money is already rolling out. That money, like I said again, is guaranteed for everybody with a Social Security number. No, you do not have to pay it back. The details on exactly how it's going on the taxes next year are still being worked out, but it will either be offset or it will be income. And since it's only $1,200, that will be more tax breaks and credits that you will actually receive. So it will not be detrimental to you during the next tax season. So that's your very, very first one, irs.gov, making sure they have all of your correct information to receive your stimulus check. Secondly, you're going to want to make sure that you have filed for your state's unemployment benefits. When you go into that, most of your company's information will automatically populate because they're registered in the state registries. If you don't have the information you're going to need is the company's name, how much you got paid, and how long you worked there. There are different sections for if it was W-2, 1099, or just independent cash contracting. Now, the link that I'll have on my blog is going to be specific to Illinois, but all you're going to do is go ahead and throw in the Google search bar unemployment compensation, insert your state name, and then that should give you the links that apply to your state. But yeah, talk back to me. We don't have to only talk Corona. How are you entertaining yourself? That's a little 7-year-old hand popping up. Yep, that's Myara. Just over here chilling in the we do. Okay, get off my live, kid. Economic stimulus. So yeah, I got the news going on in the back. People still getting sued. People still getting blowed up. It's just life for us.
Right to Recovery is demanding similar action to remedy what happened. They want air filtration, masks for residents, and COVID-19 tested too.
Ever since that day, my mother and I have suffered excessive headaches, runny noses, and exhaustion. We cannot go to a clinic because my mother, who is 63 years old, is afraid of being infected by COVID-19 and putting her life at risk. We are here to say sorry is not enough.
The city is investigating.
Good morning, whoever that is watching. Let's see if I have comments I need to reply to.
Just yet, but the company has started cleaning up the neighborhood. They also issued an apology for causing anxiety and fear. But as you just heard, that apology for some is not enough. Reporting downtown, Terrence Slade, Fox 32 News.
2 people have died in a rollover crash in Wakanda.
What's going on, my people? Have you set yourself up, applied for all your benefits? Okay, so We covered the stimulus in the beginning of the video, and then I covered unemployment benefits. So if you got both of those filed for, also want to make sure to Illinois. If you're just watching and you want to try to find it on your own real quick, I believe that is abe.link.com. If you just put in ABE space link space Illinois and search, that will come up. It is called something different in every state. I do believe that the words snap and link are universal to all states. And again, with this epidemic right now, pandemic, apocalypse, whatever you want to call it, pretty much everybody qualifies for everything because we're all out of work. Or at the very least, our work hours have been cut down. Those of you who are not out of work, that means you're still having to find ways to care for your children, etc. There should be some type of child care assistance available in your town. And because daycares are not open, those are checks that can be given to the people who are watching your children. So that is just something to Google search, child care assistance applications. Again, with your state at the end to be state specific.
Coronavirus affects all of Chicago. It doesn't care who you are and it doesn't discriminate. In Chicago, though, our Black community is carrying the burden of this disease. Over 2/3 of Chicago's COVID deaths come from our Black neighbors. We've got to treat every Chicagoan like our neighbor. Watch up and lock down. Check in with your friends and family. Consider our underserved communities with your charitable donations. Because we're all in this together doesn't mean anything if we're not taking care of every Chicagoan.
Y'all don't mind me. Those who are popping in and out. I am multitasking my butt off. Talk back to me though, John. I'm out here talking to myself, love. Oh, my little counter stopped counting. I think we might have froze.
This as congressional leaders work to add more money to the now depleted federal program that was keeping small businesses afloat during this pandemic. Fox News correspondent Carolyn Shively has details. Devastating new numbers.
Good morning, good morning. We're just chit-chatting, sharing helpful resources, doing wellness checks, mental health checks, talking about ways to make some money. That will be actually one of my next videos here. Probably not a live, but an actual edited video. A couple of easy ways to make money at home. There are a lot of them out here. You'd be surprised how much digital money is out here, y'all.
Would have to agree to the exact plan.
I do believe that what we had was a narrowly crafted bill to replenish the funds for PPP, but the Democrats wanted to hijack it with unrelated items and additional changes.
Of course, that SBA fund needs to be replenished and replenished quickly. On the same hand, though, our hospitals are going through an enormous economic crisis of their own, one that we haven't discussed nearly enough.
In a tweet on Thursday, President Trump urged House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and members to return to Washington.
Hello. Got me one consistent watcher over there.
Sessions is a dereliction of duty that the American people cannot afford during this crisis. It is a scam what they do. It's a scam.
About 22 million Americans have applied for unemployment benefits over the last month. Hundreds of billions of dollars in loans have been approved for small businesses.
See, so again, we covered unemployment very first. We covered that food stamps we covered stimulus checks first because those are rolling out. We also covered unemployment. We covered food stamps. I've got some more info and links and things that I'm going to talk about and share that will also be available on the blog post.
There was also said to be a cover-up by the Chinese government to hide the fact that patient zero was actually a lab worker. That worker then went into the public and unknowingly infected people. Here are some of the stories that we're following for you this afternoon. A disturbing discovery at one of New Jersey's largest nursing homes. More than a dozen body bags were found yesterday in a makeshift ward at the Andover Subacute and Rehabilitation Centers.
Doing a lot. I think my computer's trying to get mad at me, y'all.
After being tipped off
Story of my life.
being stored in an outside shed.
The bodies of 17 people were allegedly removed from the shed to a small morgue at the long-term care facility. So far, at least 68 residents have reportedly died, with more than 24 testing positive for the virus. The U.S. Navy says that several Iranian Navy vessels came dangerously close to American warships in the Persian Gulf on Wednesday. The encounter involved 11 Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps vessels and 6 U.S. Navy ships that were conducting a drill with the U.S. Army. The Iranian ships reportedly came within 10 yards of one ship. Crews on board one of the ships immediately sent a warning, as well as several blasts from the ship's horn. In a statement, the Navy called Iran's actions an act of
So what's up? What's everybody doing? What's going on? I'm not gonna get to the new information just yet here. Give a few people a chance to catch up, do some Googling.
Infected with the virus, Tyson Foods and Cargill have also closed plants due to the outbreaks. COVID-19's impact on the restaurant industry has been devastating. Some predicting as many as 40% of the restaurants will not survive. Chicago's very own Lettuce Entertainment Enterprises has more than 120 restaurants.
Hey, I thought I was gonna lose you all. Welcome back. Welcome back. Again, we're just checking in, sharing resources regarding making it through this Coronapocolypse. Again, in the beginning of the video, I gave some information on making sure you receive your stimulus, as well as making sure you've applied for the unemployment, making sure you've applied for your food assistance. A lot of this stuff that you may not have qualified before, just about everybody is qualifying for some share of this information.
In Chicago will change drastically because of what's happened?
I don't think anybody knows for sure, but I've heard numbers as high as 25%. I don't think it'll be that high. I think if the government comes through with what they said.
Give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to find these links actually, so I can go ahead and put the blog post up for you.
I'm hoping that it's 5 to 10% of the restaurants wouldn't be around.
Now, I know you're a huge sports fan. Baseball resumed, potentially could play at the spring training sites. Keep it Sox in Arizona, because you're such a big company.
Easter's already over, so y'all not going to pay no Easter egg. Well, then they'll come get you when they're ready to pay Easter eggs.
I said, Steve, what's the latest? Tell me what's going on. He said, Rich,
is your bed made? Your face look like it ain't been washed. Oh, well, you should do it better. There's still stuff on it. Make sure your bed made. Make sure your room is ready to go while you're talking about going to see somebody. Don't judge me.
I believe in them, and I think they'll turn it around.
That was Lou Canellis' great report with Chicago's own Rich Melton. Coming up, will there be a Lollapalooza this summer? The latest on where that decision now stands. Plus, she is front and center in keeping us informed on COVID-19 in Chicago. I have an exclusive interview with Public Health Commissioner Dr. Allison Arbody. Plus, it is a challenge to own a small business right now. It is especially difficult when it comes to services that help children with autism. How one provider adjusted his practice during the pandemic.
This is going to be fun. Fox tonight. Let the competition begin with the church bowl. My team's going to bowl the sin out of here. But someone's teammates strike out. That's good.
Boo boo, what y'all doing? What y'all doing? I ain't forget about y'all back there. I swear. I am just multitasking, sharing the link, looking for other links to help y'all out with, putting it all together in one cohesive space that you all can check it all out on. You know, I'm here to disseminate the information, news to use. Okay. Where is the Wix page at? There it is. Had not have went all the way back to the dashboard. What up, y'all?
Call D&W right now. Injured at work. Call D&W right now. Nursing home accident. Call D&W Law Group right now. Don't hesitate. Call the Yates. As the coronavirus pandemic continues, the Dr. Oz Show is your trusted coronavirus headquarters. For day one on Fox 32 Chicago.
Welcome back. It is 12:23. This pandemic and shelter in place is very difficult for both people, but especially those with disabilities. Tony Russo is the owner of LifeSpeed Behavioral Support Services, and he joins us now to talk about his experiences. Tony, thanks for checking in with us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys for the opportunity.
Okay, first of all, tell everybody what your company LifeSpeed does. Tony, Tony, can you hear me? Looks like we dropped out.
But is you mad or not?
No, I can't.
Is you mad enough to come do something about it or not?
LifeSpeed does.
Sure. So I founded LifeSpeed in 2013 to essentially provide support to individuals with developmental disabilities and mental illnesses that were transitioning from high school age into adulthood. We just recently opened up an early learning center to essentially reverse engineer, see where the deficits were in adulthood.
Yes, Lord. I just be out here trolling people. Same time I'm doing my job. How y'all day going though? It's afternoon now. We done made it past the morning. We halfway through yet another Coronapocolypse quarantine, y'all. And made it another day.
And during the course of every period, we don't necessarily see it as a challenge, but more so the parents and the caregivers that they can do this with us, not necessarily us doing it for them. That's a huge concept we stress.
Okay, so how have you had to change your services and your programs since this pandemic started? What are you doing now to make it work?
What's up?
So we do
Anybody have any other resources? Please drop them in the comments. Information helps. The conversation helps. Communication helps. You never know what you know that somebody else doesn't. It may be common sense to you. It may be basic to you. It may not be to somebody else. Their existence may not be the same as yours.
Dinner time, morning routine, to bring some stability to that chaos. We've also ensured that all of our therapists that work with the early learners in our clinic are wearing gloves, maintaining the social distancing as much as possible. It's very challenging with the young kids. Wearing shoe covers, hand sanitizer. We've really taken the CDC guidelines and brought them to the next level.
You know, how important is it to maintain structure and routine on a daily basis for people who have to deal with autism?
It's absolutely integral. Absolutely integral.
How we doing? What's the word, people?
In this tumultuous climate, our job is to ensure that parents feel empowered to take ownership over those things they can do and put them into practice to the best of their ability.
I'm sure a lot of parents are reaching out to you because this is difficult for everyone. And then, you know, put another layer in there and it makes it even harder. Now, I understand that you're a former military man. Is it Marines?
Yeah, yes.
I love it. Okay, I know how you Marines are. You're proud. I got to get that in there. But then you feel like that military training has really kind of helped you with your current business and how you've established it. Tell us how.
So, without getting into
What's going on? Nothing super exciting here going on, y'all. I'm just chilling, making the best of life.
And I stress in our company accountability to the families that we serve, accountability to each other, frankly, as colleagues. And most importantly, accountability to our clients. We always put client safety first, and it's absolutely integral. So accountability is the main concept. I think I can apply to almost anything in life that I definitely learned.
I love that.
In the Marine Corps.
I love that, and I'm loving the pictures that you've shared with us as well. But, you know, a lot of people, when they get out of the military, and I've seen this firsthand, they have a hard time transitioning into the real world, doing something different. How did you go from that to what you're doing now?
That's an excellent question. I think, for me, I am a person that's all or nothing. I put my heart and soul into everything I do, and
hi, welcome you too. If you missed anything, you're interested in what we did in the very beginning of this video, We talked about making sure you receive your stimulus check. Just after that, we discussed unemployment and food stamps or link in your various states. I will be getting into some more stuff for people with small businesses and artist grants and things like that here in this next 20 minutes. I'm just waiting on a few more people to pop in. I'm confirming a little bit more information. There will be a blog post at the end with all of the links anybody needs.
Entertain while staying at home is tough these days. Brittany to the rescue with some fun ideas to keep all of us moving. And the extraordinary lengths one man went to visit his wife in a nursing home.
Cool and sunny today, but tonight, heavy wet snow is on the way. Coming up, we're going to take a look at how much accumulation you can expect, and that full 7-day forecast with warmer temperatures is ahead. Stay with us.
It's today's best celeb stories and all new TMZ.
Today at 4:30. Dad gets out of control fast. Chapter that can be the perfect answer, but most demand hundreds in upfront fees. And get you out there for zero upfront.
I'm sorry, y'all. My phone be so entertaining at all times. I wish I could tell y'all who I talked to that just made me laugh that hard, but you know, some things come with a non-disclosure agreement. You know what I mean? Yeah. All my entertainment industry friends know what that means, and sometimes them NDAs go on relationships too. Ooh, wish I could tell you about it. Maybe one day.
Eliminate your debt and you've been missing.
I'm fixing this for good.
For good.
I'm going to Debt Stoppers.
File bankruptcy by phone without leaving home.
You know you love it when the real nigga in me come out. It's just a pretty face that you in love with. I play all day, y'all. Be blessed. Try not to be stressed. Stay healthy. Find your happiness. Find a hobby. For real. Don't just be sitting around staring at YouTube and cat videos. I mean, I know you got to be staring at YouTube to be watching my video right now, but take that information and utilize it. Go get you some of this free money and invest in yourself. Did y'all know you can get stocks from Cash App? Yep. If you look at the little zigzaggy line, you can buy stocks and Bitcoins right down at the bottom of your Cash App.
This comes as the Justice Department's Inspector General will conduct remote inspections of federal prisons. Hundreds of federal inmates have tested positive nationwide. The Justice Department wants to know what prisons are doing to stop the spread. The Chicago Police Department said farewell to Charlie Beck. Beck served as interim police superintendent after Eddie Johnson was fired in December. Beck had retired as the chief of the Los Angeles Police Department when he took the top Chicago job on a temporary basis. Former Dallas Police Chief David Brown is the new Chicago superintendent. The city council is expected to confirm him Monday. Well, today is the last day for the donation drive at the United Center. All week long, volunteers have been collecting personal protective equipment for frontline workers. The donation drive begins at 9. It began at 9 this morning, and it comes to an end at 3 o'clock this afternoon. It is an absolutely gorgeous day out there, but it is still chilly. Caitlin's standing by. As long as the sun is shining, Caitlin, that's what we need.
Yes, I agree with you. I know the 40s are a little chilly, but what's to come is a little bit worse. So that's our number one headline. What you need to prepare for is the heavy snow, meaning it's the wet kind of heavy snow. Now, accumulation-wise...
And I'm going to drop this PSA since I'm watching the news right now. PSA. Heavy snow in the Illinois tonight.
So for the Chicago area, 2 to 4 inches, but south of I-80 especially, we could actually see accumulations even higher, 4 to 6 inches. And this isn't too abnormal, actually. It looks like my weather graphics might be a little bit frozen. Work with us. Sylvia, we might have to toss it back to you, unfortunately.
Hey, if they're not working, you can just...
Everybody's stuff is acting wonky. The weather stuff just froze. This ain't letting me type. My counter's not going. It works when it works, and then sometimes it doesn't. Okay, there we go. There we go. Back in business.
Okay, so we have a winter weather advisory in place for the the Chicago area south. So Lake McHenry.
Hello. Just sharing info, sharing details.
But for Chicago South, that's where we have that rich weather advisory in place starting at 11 p.m. tonight until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. And with that
last link I typed may be incorrect. I do believe we actually own that domain. So you would actually type it in without the wix.com. And it would just be next to none. What you're going to find on there is whipped shea butter, artist information, and this blog as well. I will put the official blog link, but like I said, that next to none will lead you to the same page to go ahead and be able to see that, interact with that, whatnot.
Hopefully by the end of the show, we can get you that 7-day forecast. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties here.
Okay, but
you told us we have some good news and things to look forward to.
Yeah, you told us the important stuff, especially after that snowstorm. With the pile up on the expressway, it was not good. So we'll talk to you in just a bit. Thanks so much, Kate.
Oh, I need to figure out what I'm having for lunch.
The 2020 Evans Scholars Invitational has been postponed due to COVID-19. It was originally set for May 20th through the 24th at the Glen Club in Glenview. PGA Tour and Western Golf Association officials say that they are currently working on rescheduling the event for later this year. The Invitational raises funds and awareness for the Evans Scholars Foundation's scholarship programs for caddies. The NFL says it will be back to football in September. However, the league is also working on a backup plan. The Washington Post says the NFL is looking at shortening the schedule and playing in either empty or half-field stadiums because of this pandemic. The 2020 schedule on May 9th being canceled. Well, local restaurants are still struggling to make it during the stay-at-home order, but as Fox 32's Joni Lum reports, social media is filling in the gap for some local gathering spots.
Facebook, it's where everyone shares pictures of food. After Governor Pritzker shut down bars and dining rooms in response to the coronavirus, Bolingbrook trustee Mike Carpenzano started the...
Hey there, I see I still have a watcher. Hope some of this information has helped you out. Feel free to talk back to me about whatever you want to. I'm a candid in the moment kind of girl. Nothing's off topic.
And it's great because it's totally interactive.
Facebook became a lifeline for struggling small businesses. Danny's Pizza and Burger Bar was being built at the Promenade. It opened right after the stay-at-home order was issued.
So our hearts just kind of dropped.
On Facebook, friends raved about the food, and Danny's Pizza and Burger Bar, which never even opened a dining room, is surviving.
And next thing you know, all we're selling is these pizzas. I had to go to more cans, and when they see those pictures of that food and the kind comments by the community, it really helps.
These are the restaurants that support our baseball teams, our little league teams.
All right, my loves, we're at 30 minutes, so I will be back with another live stream. Well, we will go over some business information and some artist information. This got you on your way with your independent stuff that you need. There'll be a few more links and whatnot in the blog post. So please like and share this video. Your comments about what you think. Drop any links to any other resources that you may have access to. And make sure you subscribe to the Next to Nine page. Phoenix out.
I was beat up bad, but it was easy to remember the dates. And I called D&W Law right away. They got me the settlement I deserved. Stories like Lucius are common.